Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Stafford's Jets going up against Luck's Colts. With that, let's get you up to Indianapolis. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Luck on first down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
The throw on 2nd down is locked. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Throwing is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal? Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, Stafford here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Third and 2. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here's the Jets punter, Ryan Quigley, to punt this one away. It's taken to the 26. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Play clock winding down. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. This guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Luck trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3. Kelsey out in the slot right. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
3rd down and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. His throw incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a really fine play there, because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for the Jets. 41 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Luck on first down. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Stafford. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Stafford now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
In the red zone this time. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Hilton, the lone receiver right. Bluff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 2nd and 10, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The final shot before the break. Luck. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Second down following the run. Here's Stafford now on second down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Stafford on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a gain of 14 there. And that's good for a Jet first down.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's complete to Kelsey. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a handoff as they run left side. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. A horde of Jets. Huge crew there to make the stop.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw on second down is Luck. Forsett making the catch. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket. Strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Now a first down throw. Luck. And this is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Hey, boys, got 4. Run out. 52's the mic, boys, 52. Watch the run. Hey, I got him. That's me.
They'll need to get the play off quickly, and he motions the wide receiver. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
He won't go down. And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
32.
Now Stafford. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On first down, it's Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yes.
And this will be caught at the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Back to the air. Luck on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Third down here.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
Throwing on third down. Luck. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting through. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Stafford on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And ready for 3rd and 6. Kelsey out in the slot right. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run.